Hi Octoparse user, I'm François Dufaur. I'm a long-time user of Octoparse. In this series, I will share my experience and dive into multiple case tutorials with you, so you can use Octoparse to scrape data step by step. In this video, we are going to discover how to scrape data from a Google search. We will see how to extract data such as the title, the URL, and the description. Please be aware that we already have a blog article talking about the subject. So if you want to check the text version of the video, you can click somewhere in the upper right corner of the screen. Let's get started. To extract data from a Google search, we first need to enter the URL in Octoparse. Once we are in the home page, we can simply type google.com and we click on Start. Okay, so if you have this little box here that prevents you from accessing the website, you need to click on the browse mode just here and you click on Continue. And now you have access to google.com. The second step is to import a keyword directly onto the page. That will be a pretty simple step, but we need to verify a couple of things before doing it. Of course, this is not a must step, but we need to be sure that the result we will get will be exclusively in English. In my scenario, I need to switch the language from French to English. To do it, I first need to click on the auto hide button just here in order to make my screen bigger. I scroll down a little bit and I click on parameters. Then I click on search parameters and language, English, and I click on save. And now, as you can see, we have the results in English. One last thing I need to do is to remove this little pop-up. Actually, this pop-up will not affect extraction, but if you really want to remove it, because it could be annoying, you can do it by changing what we call the user agent. What is a user agent? Basically, a user agent is used to tell the target website what kind of device you are accessing the page with. In other words, I need to tell Octoparse, look, I'm accessing the page with Google Chrome. So, if I'm accessing the page with Google Chrome, there is no need showing me this little pop-up. To change a user agent, you can do it by clicking on the parameters just here, and we simply change the browser. We click on here and we select Chrome 77, then we click on Save. And as you can see now, the little pop-up disappeared automatically. Once we have done all these things, we can import the keyword we want to get. I first click on the workflow mode and I click on Pin. Then I click on the search bar and now the search bar is highlighted in green. I click on the enter text and I simply type the keyword I want to get. For instance, I type web scraping, I click on confirm, and what happens is that web scraping is entered. The next step for us is to click on the Google search in order to have our results. I click on Google search, I click on collect button, and now we have access to the result page. This is a good thing, but before we move on, we need to modify the settings for the click item just here. We click on the action settings of click item and we click on open in a new tab. Why do we need to check this box? Well, open new tab is for scenarios which the URLs after clicking is different from the previous URL. And it's exactly what happens to us, because we go from this URL to this one. In some cases, both URLs could be the same, and on these very specific scenarios, we face an AJAX website. If you want to know more about AJAX, you can click somewhere in the upper right corner of the screen. And I click on OK. Step 5. Input multiple keywords. If you want to input multiple keywords, we need to build a loop item. To do so, we click on the plus icon just here and we click on loop. Then we click on the action settings. We change the loop mode from list of URLs to text list. Then I will import my keywords, so I click on here and I import the keywords I want to get. For instance, data extraction, web scraping, and data scraping. It's one keyword per line. I click on confirm and I click on OK. And if I verify one more time, now we have access to our loop item. Then I move the steps to the right orders. So I move it to here and I enter the enter text and the click item inside the loop item. Now we need to set up the most important setting here. We need to click on the action settings of enter text and to click on use text in the loop to enter the text box. Why? Because if we don't, the loop item will work, but for the first item only. So I check this little box and I click on OK. Now it's time to extract the data. I click on the blue button and I click on Auto Detect Web Page Data. And here is the result. We have access to 11 lines, so that sounds okay. We need to uncheck Add a Page Scroll and we click on Create Workflow. This is almost over. What we need to do is to delete the fields we don't need and to make things a little clearer. So we click on the action settings of Extract Data, and as you can see, we've got the title, which is good. We've got the URL of the website, which is also very good. We delete the remaining fields and we click on OK. And now I'm going to select the description. So I select the description within the red area and I click on extract the text of the selected element. I rename the fields, I tap description, I tap enter, and here's the result. We've got the title, the URL, and the description. One last thing, just be aware that when you extract data, select the data within the red highlighted area. Because if you select something else, like a random element somewhere in the screen, it will not work for the other items. Okay, now it's time to slow down. Because look, Google applies some anti-scraping techniques, and in order to avoid the reCAPTCHA issue, we need to slow down the scraping speed. To do so, we click on the action settings of Extract Data. I scroll down a little bit, I click on Wait Before Action, and I set up a waiting time of 3 seconds. And I click on OK to save the change. This is almost perfect. Why almost? Because remember, we input 3 different keywords. So to avoid confusion, we need to add the page URL. I click on the action settings of Extract Data. I click on the plus icon, page level data, and page URL. And now we have access to the page URL. This is over. To run a task, we click on Save. We click on Run. If you are a premium user, you can click on Run in the cloud. Otherwise, we click on Run on your device. Once your task is done, you click on Export Data, and in our case, we will export our file in an Excel format, but you can choose another one if you want to. I click on OK, and here is the result. So as you can see, we've got the title, we've got the URL leading to the website, we've got the description, and last but not least, we've got the page URL. Hope my video got your confusion cleared away. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more videos regarding Octoparse and web scraping. We will always keep you updated.